Can you see that?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, yep. Then just hit play and you're good to go. Cool. Pen and paper, guys.
All right.
Okay.
So let's talk about some myths. All right. I think this would be a great way to start this presentation because some of you might actually feel this way too. And we want to just discuss that. It's not us attacking, somebody that's doing it one way or the other. To each his own. Everybody's method works, and fits their style, okay? But we want to teach what we're doing and what's working, and that's the beauty of learning from some of these great leaders here at MLSP. So, fan page versus a personal page. I've got a lot of little bullet points here. First of all, Facebook's policy clearly states that you should not conduct business on your personal page, and they will shut you down. I have seen it happen. For those of you that are like, oh, it's never happened to me, I don't see this person, getting shut down, it's only a matter of time. If you go look at their policies and procedures, it clearly states that you cannot self-promote, you cannot promote a business or anything like that on your personal page, that all that needs to be done on a fan page. Another great thing about a fan page is you have the ability to run Facebook ads, and you can't do that from your personal page. You have to do it from a fan page, especially if you want to run ads in the news feed of a desktop computer or the news feed of a mobile device. So think about it when you're scrolling through the news feed of your own Facebook page, you're probably seeing some sponsored ads in there, and the only way that those advertisers can make that happen is if they're using their fan page. Another great thing about a fan page that you don't have on your personal page is the Insights panel. And actually in the second webinar, we're going to talk more about that, which is next Wednesday. But the Insights panel gives you a wealth of information on how your posts are actually performing. There's oftentimes you'll see a lot of people that, in fact, we do this. We create videos and we post them on Facebook. We upload them straight to Facebook, and then we run ads to them. Well, if I didn't have that Insights panel, I wouldn't know how many people are actually viewing that video, how long are they viewing it, how long are they staying on that video, are they clicking through to other things, and the Insights panel has that information for you. Not only that, you can look at your posts and see how many people are hiding your posts, how many people are marking your posts as spam. That's a lot of really good information that's important that you can find in the Insights panel. Again, data that Facebook collects that they use, and they look at you as a business and say, okay, this is a legitimate business, they're doing great, they're not spammy, they're offering a lot of value, they're building their brand, and they're increasing that brand awareness. Also, do you want to cover that about it being professional?
Well, absolutely. When you look at the potential opportunity of a fan page versus what you typically would see on a person's personal page, it's a bit of a level of professionalism. And one of the things that Michelle and I have done really effectively, and that we're going to talk to you all about and teach you on, is building your brand. Right? Your brand is critical, and your brand is what's going to get people to want to follow you and join you and work with you and interact with you. It's brand. Brand is going to really move your business forward. And so the professionalism that you can demonstrate on a fan page is far different than what potentially could be on a personal page. And a little analogy that I look at is, imagine if you needed to hire a lawyer. Whatever happened in your life, and also you need a lawyer, and you look in the phone book or you look online. There's 2 different lawyers that you could choose from, and so you go to visit each of these lawyers to survey and figure out which one you want to choose from. And you go to the first lawyer, and they're in a nice commercial office building, and you walk in. There's a lobby, and there's office space, and there's a secretary or receptionist, and they bring in an office with a nice long wooden oak table, boardroom type thing, and you think, okay, this is a professional lawyer. He's wearing a suit and a tie and so forth. You probably feel good about that. And then what if the second lawyer that you went to see to consider hiring, and you show up at their address, and it's their home, and you walk up and you ring the doorbell, and the wife answers, and there's kids screaming, and you walk into the house, the lawyer comes up and welcomes you in, and you're tripping over toys and things like that, and there's food on the table, and he brings you into this back room, and he sits down, and imagine that scenario, and which of those 2 would you rather feel comfortable working with? Well, in the same exact way, your personal page, because let's be honest, your personal page, you have photos of the kids and photos of you going out on Friday night and photos of the meal that you just ate and the dog and all that stuff. That's your personal page because it's your personal life. And then there's your business page, which is your business life. And we're not suggesting that your fan page has to be business only all the time and that's it. You can certainly add in elements of your life to that to get people to know you. But just think about how people are going to feel about that brand that's there when it's the personal page versus the fan page.
Awesome. And then also SEO. I'm sure this is Rob Ford's favorite word if he's on here. So your fan page, I mean, it gets picked up in the search engines. A lot of people don't know this, that even in your About Me section, if you've got your keywords in there, that can get ranked in Google or on the search engine. Same thing with your status updates. If you're writing a really great, compelling status update that's got some keywords in it, that can seriously rank on the first page of Google or some of the other search engines. So SEO is very important because fan pages do get to participate in that. You also have the Facebook tabs. You know, we don't really use these much anymore. They used to be called application tabs. It's where you would put your offer on your fan page. A lot of people come to us and say, hey guys, are you still doing those? We don't really use them that much anymore just because the way Facebook, where they're moving is more about the pixel and also about native advertising. And we're going to go into that a little more tonight too. And that's what I mean by native advertising. Those of you that don't know about it is you're really kind of just giving away content first. You're promoting that and then presenting the offer within that content. That's really the direction that Facebook's moving. That's what they like. They're not real big fans, especially for a lot of us that are in the home-based business that are maybe in that gray area that Facebook feels is gray. Affiliate marketing, internet marketing, network marketing, things like that. So we have to be very careful. But you do have that availability there. There's some great creative things that you can do on your Facebook tabs. Even a welcome video, you know, telling someone that you're giving away a free report and all they have to do is click on the video below. You can drive traffic to that tab. So it's like a mini website on your fan page. Featured videos, this is fairly new. I love this. So on our fan page, most of you should have this now, but you can actually assign a featured video that's going to show up above your About Me section. And in that featured video, you can have a call to action. So when somebody finishes watching that video, they can click to either download, learn more, go to another website to actually get more information or sign up with you or buy your product. So featured videos are also on a fan page and not a personal page, and it's right there on your front, you know, right there on the left of your fan page when somebody goes to it. Another new feature is the call to action buttons that are on your cover photo. I love this new addition. You can do shop now, contact me, learn more. I think we have a learn more on ours right now with the video. If you and you can see the analytics of it on the right side of your fan page that'll show you how many people viewed that video or how many people clicked the button to shop now or book an appointment with you. So those are some, you know, I guess myths may not be the exact, you know, right word I'm looking for here, but you know, the fact of the matter is a lot of people have these questions. It's probably the #1 question we get, and we see a lot of people give up and say, oh, and I'm going to address this in a moment, but I get more reach on my personal page, okay? But you can't deny all these features that you can get with the fan page, and if you follow what we talk about tonight and you follow through with what we're going to teach in our course, we will change your mind. I've seen Vince Reed come back to us and tell us the same thing, like, wow, you're exactly right. This is all I use is my fan page, Michelle. You know, and he, in the very beginning, asked that same question. Well, I should just use my personal page. But again, you can't deny all these features. And also, you can reach more people through Facebook advertising with your fan page, okay? You can't do that with a personal page. You're limited. But with a fan page, and if you create ads, you're going to be able to reach more people. So let's talk about some common questions. Do I need to be tech savvy to do Facebook ads?
Absolutely not. And we get this a lot, and I think a lot of you probably might be thinking, gosh, do I really need to be a very tech savvy type person? Do I need to be have that background or experience to do Facebook ads? And the answer is absolutely no, you don't, because again, looking back on Michelle and I, neither of us had experience doing this prior to diving in and doing this. We didn't go to Facebook college or tech school. We didn't go to ITT Tech or anything like that. Like we didn't have that. And so so the reality is, if we can do it, you can do it as well. So there's no additional super duper tech savvy skills that are required of you that you won't be able to get out of what you learn between tonight and next Wednesday and our course.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. You know, when you first tried to learn how to ride a bike, you didn't know how to do it. It was foreign. I get it. I hate learning new things. You know, I don't like getting out of my comfort zone, but you know what? That's where your business grows, is when you get out of your comfort zone. So I challenge all of you to get out of your comfort zone and do something different and learn these things, because anybody can do this. So, you know, number 2, is Facebook advertising only good for certain businesses?
And the answer is, it's not only good for certain businesses, it's great for all businesses. And, you know, some people come to us and ask, well, I'm maybe in a health and wellness network marketing company, so then, you know, maybe I shouldn't do Facebook advertising. Or they might say, well, I'm more of an affiliate marketer, and so therefore it is good for me. And the reality is, if you're doing it the right way, you could be in any kind of business, and you can use Facebook advertising successfully. Now, I want to just put a big asterisk there, if you're doing it the right way. Because no matter what business you're in, whether it's a traditional MLM, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether, you know, whatever kind of marketing type business, direct selling, you have a brick and mortar, if you're advertising the wrong way, and if you're using Facebook, really not using the formula that we're going to share with you, it doesn't really matter the kind of business you have. You can get flagged, you can have ads disapproved, and you can have your advertising account shut down.
And another common question is, should I buy likes? Absolutely not. I've seen a lot of people out there say that, oh, you want to get likes on your fan page first before you start bringing an audience to your fan page, because it gives you credibility. We did not do that early on. I started out with 0 fans. I was very upfront, honest, and just told people, hey, this is my brand new fan page. Happy to have you here. Here are the things I'm going to be sharing. Come along with us on this journey. And now 70-something thousand fans later, here we are. It didn't affect our business. If you buy likes, like you go over to Fiverr, or you go to, I don't know, some of the companies. I think Fiverr is the big one. And you buy those likes, you're going to get likes from other countries. They're called click farms typically. And they're not going to be it's not going to be congruent with your page, as far as they're not going to be interested in what you have to offer. They're just there to like your page. You know, they were paid to like your page, basically. And that's the kind of audience you don't want there, because it's going to hurt your reach and it's going to hurt your page. And one of the things that, I'll get into that a little later. I was going to talk about something about getting likes. Well, I'll go ahead and get into that. I've seen some people out there say, oh, go out there and get really cheap likes for 1 cent, and all you have to do is target all the people in, like, Egypt.
Yeah.
But target the people who like Network Marketing Pro, but they're in Egypt, and you'll get 1 cent likes. And a lot of people think, oh, okay, well, they like Network Marketing Pro, so they must be in Egypt, and they must be a network marketer. That's not necessarily the case. When you're targeting other fan pages to get your likes, you're running the risk of maybe dipping into a pool of fans on another person's page who maybe bought their own likes. Or they have likes that just kind of straggled in, that happen organically from countries that you don't want to really have on your fan page as an audience. I'm not saying, I mean, if you do business in Egypt, absolutely then. Go out there and target people in Egypt. But when we run a likes ad, we only target the people in the United States, Canada, UK, Australia, the big main countries, okay? So that's what we do to make sure. Yeah, English speaking, that's probably a better way to put it. Because we want to make sure that our audience, you know, can obviously understand us, and then when we do some of these strategies we're going to teach you in a moment here, that they're going to be interested in it, okay? So free strategies versus paid strategies. That's a big one.
It absolutely is, and you know, one of the things that a big conversation that comes up, that at least we've had come up, is the whole free traffic versus paid traffic. And I think free traffic, first of all, really isn't even the correct term. You really should look at it as organic traffic versus paid traffic. And certainly organic traffic is going to be less expensive in a way, but if you just look at free or organic traffic as the only way you want to go, there is actually a cost there. And the cost is really your time. Now, if you place zero value on your time, and you don't mind taking a very long time, like years, to build this, well, then maybe organic is better for you. However, if you place a value on your time, or if you have limited time, maybe you're doing this very part-time and you only have an hour a night or maybe 5 hours a week to allocate towards your business, the organic method will take you so long that oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes it takes such a long time that the person's ability to remain committed to their business somewhat withers on the vine, because the organic strategies are taking such a long time to get traction and take root, right? So paid, well, yes, there's an absolute fixed cost with paid. I mean, there's a cost there. There's a tangible, real cost. You have a $300 a month advertising budget, or you spend $10 a day on this ad. That's a paid cost that you is part of the overhead of your business. But the results that you can get and the traction you can get as a result, and then the sales and revenue you can generate as a result of using paid strategies will come in a much shorter time frame. And also, once you've honed in on effective paid strategies, you can then scale that. It's very limited what you can do from a scalability standpoint if you're only going to focus on an organic or free strategy, right? There's really no way you can scale that. However, with paid, you can get more results, get them faster, and then once you've honed in on what's working, you can start scaling that. And that's really that's at least what we've done. That's what took us 2 years ago from being really stuck we hit a threshold of a certain just monthly income. We were just stuck at like 25 grand a month, and we've been stuck there for a while. And once we really started diving in even further, this is about a year and a half, 18 months ago, into paid strategies and honed in and scaled it, it's what took us from that being stuck at 25 grand to able to eclipse $100,000 in a month in revenue for our business. And we have had many, many 100K plus, well above 100K months, because we've been able to scale specific campaigns that we're doing. And it's just what's really made a huge difference in our business, and it can make the same difference for you as well.
All right, so the last two questions: should I share business stuff on my fan page? As Bill alluded to earlier, absolutely. I mean, you don't have to just share business. Share your lifestyle. I mean, whatever your brand is, if sharing lifestyle is part of that, do that. You still want to be able to connect with people. You don't want to be this cold figure, this business figure that nobody feels like they can connect with. You want to give them the ability to know you, to like you, and to trust you, so when you do present offers, they will feel like that they should buy from you because they trust you, they know you, and they like you. And that's what really gets our business rolling, is because we've built that brand and we've built that relationship with people. And then, is there a way to see how well my posts are doing on my fan page? Absolutely. Like I said earlier, you can go into your insights panel and you can see any status update that you post. You can go in there and take a look at, are people hiding this stuff as spam? Are they hiding all your posts? Are they unliking your page? How far are you reaching people? What's the engagement of it? So those are a lot of the common questions that we see. So let's go ahead. I'm getting out some of this big stuff out of the way. And I want to talk about the common ad disapprovals, because we get emails every single day on this. The 20% text rule, as of making this webinar right now, is still in effect in the news feed, all right? That means if you create a Facebook ad and you have text in that image and it takes up more than 20% of the image space, your ad will get disapproved in the news feed, meaning running the ad in the news feed. But on the right-hand side, it's okay to have that 20% text. Exaggerated claims. We have a Facebook rep that we've talked to. Every time we see people get their accounts shut down, or they they get their ads disapproved, it usually is because there's exaggerated claims on the landing pages or in your status updates that you're promoting. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment too. So look at the wording that you're using. Is it considered exaggerated? All right, take yourself out of your shoes. Everybody, I get it. We all think our business, yes, is amazing. We know we can change people's lives, but what would the outside user really think? Like the guy in the cubicle in Facebook, is he going to think this is an exaggerated claim that you're guaranteeing that they're going to make $10,000 a month in 6 days in their business? Is that exaggerated? That will get your ad disapproved. Your fan page is not in compliance. That's another big one, all right? It used to be in the past, fan pages could have whatever on them. It didn't affect the ad approval process. Guess what? Facebook is looking at your funnel. They are looking at your page, your fan page, and if it is not in compliance, they will disapprove your ad. So I'm going to urge you guys to look up what you can and cannot do on a fan page, okay? I've seen people that can't get any of their ads approved, like they put up an ad, immediately it's disapproved, and it's because their fan page has been flagged. And I go into that in more detail in the course on how to get your page unflagged, and then I talk about how the things that you need to have on your fan page and what you don't need on your fan page in order to get past the approval process. Using trademark names such as Facebook, I know a lot of you probably are going to say, oh, I see people, even us, that have created ads that have the word Facebook in it. This is a little bit of a gray area right now with Facebook, but when it's gray, it usually gets very colorful, all right, or it gets very black and white, I should say. Eventually.
When it's gray, it becomes gloomy.
Yeah, so they are cracking down right now. I've seen people get their ad accounts shut down for using the word Facebook, the trademark names, logos, and everything. Facebook owns it, don't use it. Big one here, a lot of people get their ad disapproval, and when you click on the ad, you can see it say, promoting MLM, get rich quick schemes. Again, there's ways around this, and we're going to discuss this in the course, but if you're a part of an MLM or you're a part of a, quote, get rich quick scheme, you have to be careful in the way you create your ads, all right? They can be done, but there is a technique behind that, okay? And once you start seeing those denials, you need to really back down some on the words that you're using and follow their guidelines, because they will shut you down. So one of the things also is your landing page is not in compliance, meaning there's pop-ups, there's unrealistic guarantees. My suggestion to you, or it's being blocked, all right? So you can go to that website. It's called Web of Trust. So you'll see that many of you may be part of companies that the actual links are blocked on Facebook. I think we may have a couple here at MLSP. I know we've seen, it happens a lot, and that's just from people, advertisers not doing things the right way on Facebook, and they're spamming these links in groups. They're going to every group they're a part of and spamming these links. These links get reported by users, and then they get blocked. So you need to make sure that your landing page, if you're driving traffic to a landing page, that it is obviously in compliance, it's congruent with your ad, you've got a capture page, whatever you're asking somebody to opt in on, behind that page is congruent with that opt-in offer too, okay? So you might want to check, to see if that's, the Web of Trust, to see if maybe that, if your links are actually on that block list. If for some reason you don't understand why your ads are disapproved, here's a great resource right here, facebook.com/business/resources. Wealth of information there. You can actually contact Facebook at that link right there, okay? So I'm going to let y'all write that down. Take a sip of my water.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. All right, so flagged. Yes, Facebook will flag your account. I probably get an email every day from somebody saying, I can't get any of my ads approved, all right? This can happen. And again, this is something that we cover in a lot more detail in the course on how to get your page unflagged. A lot of people don't even know why it's flagged. You'll get the little error message like at the top of your ads account that says suspicious activity, but then when you go into the ads, you're going to see that there's other information in there on really why they're flagging your account.
And Facebook is somewhat cryptic in their explanations as to if you get an ad disapproved or if you're they're not the most straightforward, user-friendly, experience as far as giving you feedback. It's really tough to extract that feedback. So, seeing that they are that way, you just have to know that they're that way. It's not like you can call Facebook and call Zuckerberg and say, hey Zucky, why did my thing get shut down or why is it disapproved? It's just not going to happen. So, what we're going to really share with you is ways to be proactive and elements of how to not even get to the point where you're being flagged or you're going to have your ads account shut down, because there are then some really kind of sneaky workarounds if and when you do get shut down, but it's not good. It's definitely bad. It's problematic. Your business isn't in the toilet if your ad account gets shut down, but it will limit a lot of things, and we don't want that to happen to you. So instead of just kind of throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks and risking your ad account getting shut down, we're going to share with you exactly what not to do so that you don't even ever come close to having your account shut down.
All right, so now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's get into the meat, all right? So I'm going to show you the types of ads that you can do in your business, and then we're going to show you what's working in our own, and all of you should be running these. types of ads, not the ones I'm going to show you here, but I want to clarify what these are, right? So if you go to your back office, and again, if you're in your ad manager, right now there's 3 different ad manager back offices, okay? I think I have the newest one with the sliding screens. I haven't seen anybody yet have the sliding screens. It's annoying, but when I contacted Facebook, they were going to actually give me the older version, but then I found this really cool section of the ad manager that actually showed me how well, like, my ads were performing between a male and a female. I didn't have to go into reports to do this, and like mobile, desktop. It was really cool, so I kept it. I just deal with the sliding screens. All right, so if you're in your ad manager, again, everybody's just going to look at it a little different, but there's a clicks to website option. This is where you're going to send people to your website. So whatever website you're promoting outside of Facebook, you're going to create a clicks to website ad, and it has call to action buttons. So we're going to show you an example of that in a little bit, but that's a great ad to use. But again, you got to be really careful of your landing pages on that. One of my favorite ads is a website conversion ad. I love this one. It's all about knowing how well your ads are performing. It's all about, in today's game on Facebook, split testing. It's all about knowing what interest is getting you more leads, what country is getting you more leads, what age range is getting you more leads, what image is getting you more leads. That is what it's all about, and you can do that with website conversions. So this, if you want to increase conversions on your website, meaning you want to get more leads, that's your objective. You would create a website conversion ad. You'll have to insert a conversion pixel, which we go over in the course, and your website before you can create that ad, and it will actually optimize your ad to get you more leads, or optimize your ad to get more people to buy your product, depending on the conversion tracking pixel you put in on your landing page. So I love this type of ad, and we're going to show you some examples. Page post engagement ads, it's a fancy word for boost your post, okay? Some people will see the boost the post on their fan page, or you can go into your ad manager and create a page post engagement ad. It's basically, all this is about is Facebook is now, I should have said this in the beginning, it's all objective-based advertising. So each one of these types of ads you're seeing is going to accomplish a certain objective. So it's important that you know what the objective is you're looking for. So if Bill and I just want to get more traffic or more awareness to a blog post we wrote, we want to get more likes and more comments and more shares on it, we're going to do a boost a post or a page post engagement ad. So that's what the page post engagement ad does. Page likes, you got to be running this. This is one of the things we're going to show you in a moment too. Page likes are the, what do you call it, the fuel of your fan page, basically. It keeps your business running. You always want to be getting more likes to your page. When I start people out, we always say put most of your budget into getting page likes so you can build up a really good audience. The beauty of that is we never have to target anybody out there other than our own fans. And once you have that, you're going to start seeing your business explode, all right? We have over 70,000 fans. We have the perfect audience, and we target our fans with our content. It makes sense. They already know us. They like us. They trust us. They're familiar with us. So we run, basically, we have our less risk is the word I'm looking for, of getting reported as spam or hiding our pages, because Facebook takes all that information in, and that's how you start getting shut down. If people are marking your posts as annoying, or they don't want to see your posts, or they're hiding them, this is information that they take in, and they will stop showing your ads. So page likes, this is to promote your page, all right, to connect with more people who matter to you. Then we're not even really go over these, but for those of you that maybe have an app, like a mobile app or a gaming app, this is the, again, objective-based advertising. You create this ad to get more installs on your app, more engagement on your app. Maybe you have Angry Birds. Maybe you're the owner of Angry Birds and you want to increase engagement in your app. That's the type of ad you want to create. Offers and claims, again, I kind of consider these ads kind of supplemental. I mean, if you've got an offer where you're offering 20% off of an ebook that you're selling, or 20% off of a product that you have, you can actually create an offer on your fan page, go in your ad manager back office, and create an ad that's going to get you more claims to your offer. Again, objective-based advertising. Local awareness, if you have a brick and mortar business and you want to reach more people this is what you would want to do. You would want to create this ad because, again, objective-based advertising, Facebook's going to go out there and they're going to show your ad to the people who are most likely to become more aware of your local business. And that's how all these types of ads work. Again, likes ads. They're going to go out there and they're going to show your ad to the people who are most likely, whose behavior is most likely to like your page. And there's event responses. If you've got a local event that you've got going on and you want to raise awareness, like Live the Dream is coming up, we want to raise awareness about that, we would create an event response ad. It's so important that you understand the different types of ads, because a lot of these ads look very similar when you go and you create them, like a website conversion ad and a page post engagement ad. I'm going to show you those in a minute, and you're going to think those are the same ads. But it's not as far as Facebook's eyes, because they are doing, what they're doing is they're showing your ad for that particular objective. So if you've created a page post engagement ad and you're trying to generate leads, you've just created the wrong ad, all right? Because if you create the page post engagement ad, you're looking to get more engagement, likes, comments, and shares. If you want more leads, you need to be creating a website conversion ad and install a lead conversion tracking pixel. All right. So I thought I deleted this. So your fan page guidelines.
Well, this is the...
Yeah, this is basically, this is kind of part of the cheat sheet. All you guys have this. You'll be able to download it if you haven't already. Again, when you're first starting out, you got to have a fan page in order to do Facebook advertising, all right? You can go to that URL below where I put fan page. Go look at the guidelines. Look what the guidelines are for a cover photo, profile image. It's really important that you have those 4 things in place. A really good cover photo in place. Your profile image should be professional to where it's going to be able to, when people come to your page, they look at it and go, wow, all right, I know what this person represents. I want to be a part of this fan page. I'm going to click the like button. I want to be engaged. I want to click on the button that says always notify me when this page post an update. There's a couple of fan pages out there that I follow that I click the notifications button on, so I get notified every time they post something, all right? About me section, definitely make sure that's filled out so when someone clicks on it, they can learn more about you and what you have to offer. Again, be careful of the kind of links you put in the About Me section, because that could get your fan page flagged. You don't want to be putting, landing pages that, are offering those guarantees that may be unrealistic. All right, save that for, an email broadcast or something, where you're connecting with your audience outside of Facebook. And always claim your vanity URL. All that is facebook.com/Michelle Pesco-Solito. Okay, that's a vanity URL instead of facebook.com/50 numbers.
Yeah, XLQT97.
It just makes it so much easier to come off of your lips when you're telling someone, hey, go visit my fan page, here it is, instead of a bunch of numbers. And again, your pages. Do you want to add something?
All these things are in the cheat sheet.
Yes,
so we go into, there's great depth on all these on the cheat sheet. So seeing that you're all going to get access to that, we don't want to take up too much time now on that. Let's move on.
All right, so fan page, basically, I've got some arrows here. This is just a good example for you guys to see what we've got going on. 1,500 likes this week. Vanity URLs up there. It's all in the cheat sheet. You guys can reference that. So let's talk about the Facebook ads. All right, again, I posted the link there for a guideline, for the guidelines. So this particular ad right here is a likes ad that we have running. Notice we're targeting people in the United States, age 25 to 65, one gender, social media today. We're targeting all the people that like social media today, not connected to the Michelle Pesco-Solito fan page, and we're running this in one spot, the newsfeed on a desktop. Again, this is all about creating one ad and split testing, and we go into this in more detail and the reasons why in the course. Okay, I would love to be able to do this today, but it would take me 3 hours to go through why it's important to split these things up. Once I show you the reason why you would want to do that, you will never combine interests, you will never combine countries, you will never do that ever again, okay? So when you create your likes ad, you need to speak to your audience. So this is our very first ad. When we said the 3 ads that we run in our business that we always have running, you saw we got 1,400 likes this week, all right? This is it. You deserve to live an abundant, powerful life. like our page today and be inspired daily, all right? Speak to your audience, all right? So if you're targeting people that like social media today, you need to speak to them. If you're targeting women, you need to speak to the women audience, all right? So make sure that you're doing that in your Facebook ads. So a goal of a likes ad, to get likes. I always say, you know, when Bill and I have our coaching students, it's $10 a day. You know, realistically, $10 a day is a good place to start. As you scale up and as you can put more into it and as you start realizing the value of your fans, you're going to want to put more money into that, okay? Also, the goal of a likes ad is to build your brand. Brand building is important. You want people to know you, like you, and trust you.
And one of the things where we've been really able to capitalize from a fan page standpoint is on that brand. And the power of the brand, really, it's so hard to put into perspective and put into words until you start experiencing the power of the brand. And what I mean by the power of the brand is when people start reaching out to you and saying, can I work with you? I think a lot of us come from a background or come from the traditional idea that we need to do a lot of prospecting, we need to reach out to people, we need to chase people down, and of course MLSP does a good job of kind of shifting our paradigm and we become the hunted rather than the hunters from an attraction marketing standpoint. Building your brand with a Facebook fan page just literally puts that on steroids, and because of the brand building that we've done using our fan page, it really has made, you know, it's again really hard to put into words until you experience it. When you have people starting to reach out to you day in and day out saying, tell me about what you're doing, how can I work with you, what kind of things do you have to offer, and so forth. And that's from, like what Michelle said, that know, like, and trust factor, and that comes from us having a constant likes ad going all the time.
Yeah, and creates that loyal following. That's so important for your business. Because you want to also focus on building your list. I mean, we're showing you all these really cool things that you got to do, but please don't forget you should build your list. I mean, because you want to monetize that list. You all are in business here. It's not all about building a brand just to kind of hang out and have fun with. No, you're in business here to make money, okay? So always focus on building that list too. And as we said earlier, it creates that perfect audience. Every time we create a Facebook ad, we target our fans. It's just so much easier to do that when you got that fan base and those people already know you. So, you know, part of the process of creating that perfect likes ad is the image. You need to speak to your customer, which I showed you earlier in that ad. Targeting is so, so important. You want to always bid, and again, objective-based advertising. When you create your likes ad, you want to optimize for likes. You want Facebook to go out there and show that ad to all the people whose behavior is most likely to like your page. You need to always, always be split testing. You need to know your click-through rates, and you need to know your costs, and you need to know what that means in your business and how that can get you to the point to where you have perfected your likes ad and it starts bringing in likes at a really great cost for you, okay? And again, split testing, click-through rates, and cost is something, you know, we discuss in that course. And frequency, same thing. That's a new feature that's come out. Not frequency, I'm sorry, relevancy score is a new feature that's come out. How relevant is your ad to the audience that you're targeting? A 10 is a perfect score. But all those things you need to be looking at and weighing them against each other and understanding, well, if my cost is low, but my click-through rate is low, what does that mean exactly? All right, so these are things that you need to understand and analyze.
And one of the things that we find, that one of the biggest, I guess, sort of aha moments that we find with some of our coaching students is the realization that getting your ad approved is just the very first step. It's just the beginning. And everything that Michelle just talked to you about as far as the frequency, the optimization, the demographics, the split testing, all the click-through rates, all that stuff, these are the analytics that you need to go from really just kind of being an amateur, sort of part-timey kind of, you know, advertising on Facebook and maybe making a little money, maybe not, maybe spending more money than you made. And once you get the whole second element, the whole second half after you've got the ad approved down, which is what we'll show you, that's really where you jettison from being sort of that amateurish, maybe scratching by on Facebook type marketer to a person who can really aggressively and confidently start using Facebook as a real tool and weapon and arsenal in their business.
And these are just some stats right now of the likes ad. We wanted to show you the power of it. It does work. You can see the very top row there, 142 clicks. We got 121 likes out of it, spent $43 on it, 7.663 click-through rate, and 35 cents a like. I'll pay that all day long. Again, we aren't about chasing after the 1 cent likes, all right? That can happen, but you're probably not targeting the right audience. We go out and we target an audience who would be genuinely interested in what we have going on our fan page. And this is all different ads. I think I have 80 different likes ads running because I'm split testing all kinds of different variables here. So I just wanted to show that to you. Here's another fan page that we have running right now, 1,600 likes, 25 cents. We've spent $412 on that. Again, 25-cent likes. Once you realize the value of those likes, you'll pay that all day long. Again, we put a lot of money into our likes ads. So let's talk a little bit about content before we lead into that next ad, because this is really important. Is this yours?
Sure.
I can't remember. Oh, no, it's mine. So let's talk about the content. So you're going to want to obviously be creating content. You've got the likes ad running. You've got to be creating content. Some of the examples, you can upload videos directly to Facebook, which is a great thing you can do as far as content goes. If you're a blogger, share your blog post, all right? If you have a free report or a checklist or a PDF or how-to videos, webinars, ebooks where you can generate leads, that's content. You're giving away things of value to people. Always deliver value. 80%, 90% of the content on your fan page should be value, and 10% should be a direct offer. You can share images, lifestyle photos. There's just a bunch of examples right there that you can actually do as far as content goes, but you want to be doing that 3 to 5 times a day and spread that out throughout the day. And you can schedule your posts right there on your fan page for those of you that don't have a lot of time and you can only do it in the morning or the evenings. But content is so important because you're going to want to get your fans engaged. Now, realistically, if you just post content on your page right now and you don't do any Facebook advertising, and these numbers are very generous, I'm going to tell you that right now, okay? If you have fewer than 1,000 fans, you're reaching about 25% of your fans organically without Facebook ads. 1,000 to 10,000, 13%, 10,000 to 50,000, 10%, 50,000 to 100,000 fans, 9.8%. More than 100,000 fans, you're reaching about 7% of those fans. That is disheartening. I get it. A lot of people have quit Facebook because of this. I get it. I totally understand. But that's what pushes us as entrepreneurs to figure out how we can become better marketers. And that's where the page post engagement ads come in, okay? This is to get you more likes, shares, and comments. This is the second type of ad we always have running. So anytime we post, a blog post, we run a page post engagement ad just because we want to get more likes, more shares, more comments. We're increasing that brand awareness and we're building that know, like, and trust factor. So that's the second type of ad we're always running. So here was an example of where we uploaded a video straight to Facebook. Again, we're not really pitching anything here, but we wanted to share our story. We wanted to, see if we could resonate with our fans and, impact them because, our story really changed our lives. We just shared content here, and we created a page post engagement ad to get more likes, comments, and shares on that. And, I think it would be good to quickly go through this since we're going longer than we expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
The process, if you guys decide to do videos, I think it's important to go through this process that Bill's going to talk about.
So the very first thing in a video, if you're uploading a video onto Facebook, you want to keep it really short, neat, tidy, like 2 to 3 minutes tops. Really, you really got to capture them. The first thing you got to do is have a pattern interrupt. So the step number 1 of the 3-step process, pattern interrupt. Your prospects, more than ever right now, your prospects are being bombarded with distractions, bombarded with ads, images, distractions, literally more than ever. And as we mentioned previously, your Facebook newsfeed is loaded with competition. So in essence, you have about a 10-second window at the start of your video where your prospect decides if they want to keep watching or if they're just going to move on, right? So in that first 10 seconds, you need to not only grab their attention, but you also have to literally sell them on why they should even keep watching your video. So a great way to interrupt their pattern and get their attention is by asking them a question, right? Some kind of an engaging question that's going to be intriguing and it's going to grab them right away. So asking a question, that's the pattern interrupt. The second step is really the meat of the video, and that's where people, if you have something for them, if you have a solution, if you have an offer, if you have a solution to their pain, you've been able to really grab them with the pattern interrupt, they're going to want to watch your video. They're going to want to benefit from your video. But your video can't be all about you, can't be all about how wonderful you are or how great your offer is or how you're a super duper person. If they're going to stick around and watch and they're going to benefit from your video, it really needs to be about them. You really have to think about your prospect and your audience and what they're going through. Think about what their pain is. Think about what keeps them up at night. Think about what they're struggling with right now and how can you be of service to them. So you really want to start talking about them really in the video, and you want to really start thinking about their desired outcome. All right? So more than selling or promoting or talking about how wonderful your offer is, you want to talk about their desired outcome. And the one way to do that is to show them what their desired outcome is and really show them how they can achieve that desired outcome. And that's really going to reward the viewer for sticking around, and that's the education that they're looking for, and that's what they're really looking to get from the video, which then leads into step number 3, which is a clear-cut call to action. All right? Every video should have one distinct purpose and one purpose only. All right? Maybe that purpose in the video is to prepare them for a launch. Maybe it could be to get them to opt in, to become a lead. Maybe that video could be to get them to generate for register for a webinar like tonight. Maybe it could be to make a sale. But there really can only be one distinct, clear-cut purpose to that video, and therefore one very clear-cut call to action. And as you can see here, a confused brain makes no decision, meaning if you overwhelm people with possible decisions, if they're thinking, what, do I do this, do I do that, do the other, I'm not quite sure, a confused brain will make 0 decisions at all. They'll just click away and move on and go back to looking at videos of puppies and kittens, right? They'll stop watching your video. So it has to be crystal clear what that call to action is. But no matter what it is, what you want to get them to do, you need to ask them to do that with your call to action. But you can't just ask them. You can't just say, click here. You've got to really give them a beneficial reason why and why now, right? That's what's very important. So make your call to action unique from what you see your competitors doing. Try doing something different. Try using different words other than just saying click here, right? Everyone says click here. And if you are going to say click here, tell them specifically what they're going to get when they do click. Click here now to access my Facebook cheat sheet. Click here now to download your 7 steps on how to become a badass, or whatever your offer is. And try different types of words. Instead of just click here, try, grab this, download here, jump over here, compare this to the competition. This is how you're going to get your 7-step guide towards being a
rock star.
A rock star. Whatever it is. So be different, be unique with the call to action. Don't just do what you see everyone else doing, because again, the biggest thing that you really need to do here, because there's so much competition, because people are being bombarded with different images and distractions, you have to distinguish yourself from what everyone else is doing. And one way you can do that is having a different, slightly different nuance to the call to action.
Exactly, and so that's, if you're going to create, page post engagement ads, videos are really great for that. So I'm glad that Bill went through those steps with you so you understand, that process, and hopefully that'll help you in crafting your videos. And just remember, you got to keep them short on Facebook. So the next ad that we always have running, which is my favorite ad because I'm all about the numbers. I want to know, if I'm going to create a Facebook ad, I want to know which ad is generating me leads. There's nothing worse than me creating 5 different ads and not knowing which one is generating me leads, because I could be wasting money on 4 of the ads when one of them is generating me leads. If I'm spending $10 a day on each ad, and I've got 4 ads, I'm spending $40, and I'm wasting $30 on 3 ads that aren't giving me any leads. I want to know that, because I want to take that $30 and put it into that other ad that has $10 on it that's generating me leads. So website conversion ads are all about the conversion tracking pixel. So if we have, and I'll show you one in a second, but it'll create brand awareness, increase engagement, but it's mainly about generating leads. So how do we generate leads on Facebook? Over 100 leads a day. It's because of these website conversion ads and the strategy that we use to optimize these ads, because we know where our money is going. So here's a good example. So basically, I was giving away a free gift. That link right there, it looks like a status update ad. I know it does. And you're thinking that's a page post engagement ad, but it's not, all right? It is a website conversion ad. I've got a pixel in that actual link right there. So Facebook is optimizing this particular ad because I'm running it in the newsfeed of a desktop computer, and in this one, in the mobile device, they're optimizing it to get us more leads. And this is simply what we've done. So you can take any kind of offer, a giveaway, a PDF report, a how-to video, and write some compelling copy, create a website conversion ad, and install that pixel so you know how many leads you're generating or how many sales are you making depending on the type of pixel that you actually install. And we're going to go over a few of the different types of pixels next week. Not show you exactly how to do them, but definitely show you, the different types that you're going to want to be using. But this one is my favorite one. This is where the money is. This is where you build those relationships with people, generate leads, and increase that brand awareness. So here's some stats on this one. Relevancy score on that very first one is a 10. That means that this is relevant to my audience that I'm targeting. Well, yeah, we're targeting our fans. I hope that it's relevant, okay? They came to our page because we like to teach Facebook. I'm giving away a Facebook cheat sheet. I hope that it's relevant, all right? I would be concerned if it wasn't. But we basically got 33 leads out of this, spent $31, spent 95 cents. I will take 95-cent leads all day long because I know what a lead is worth to us in our business. I know that if we have 40,000 people on our list, and this is being very conservative, that we should be making $40,000 a month. Now, ours is a lot higher than that because we have built a really good relationship with the people on our list, okay? So that's usually a great little formula that you can follow. If you have 500 people on your list, you should be making $500 a month, all right? If you don't, it could be that you have a breakdown in your follow-up, all right? But as you can see, again, generated 12 leads where it says conversion, spent 76 cents per lead on that. Again, different ads with different variables in it have resulted in different results for us. So looking at this information, I would probably end up pausing a lot of those ads and throwing all the rest of the budget into that very first ad. All right, so I went ahead and threw a fourth one in here just because it's, I think that a lot of people still want to do these. This isn't for everyone, okay, because this is the area where Facebook has a lot of issues with getting your ads approved. So basically it clicks to website ads. You're driving traffic to offers outside of Facebook. So maybe MLSP capture pages, your business pages, maybe you're driving traffic to your blog posts. You're driving traffic outside of Facebook, all right? Now this ad does run in the news feed of the desktop computer, of a mobile device, and on the right-hand side. Now understand that these types of ads have really cool call to action buttons, but if you run it on the right-hand side of Facebook, you don't have a call to action. So here's an example of us, one of our ads that's performing well. This is basically Bill, wrote a blog post on overcoming objections in your business. You can see down there at the bottom right, it says learn more. That's the call to action I was talking about. If somebody were to click on that, they're going to go outside of Facebook, all right? So these are the types of ads that you can create to drive traffic outside of Facebook. Again, you can do that with the other ad I just showed you also, but it's not optimized for that, okay? The website conversion ads are optimized for a particular pixel that you have installed. This type of ad is going to be optimized to drive traffic to your offer, okay? So it's really important that you create the right kind of ads for your objective. Here is it. This is it running in the actual desktop of a computer, not the mobile device. Again, it's got the Learn More button down there that you have. So that's pretty much, the stuff that I wanted to cover tonight. Next week, we want to talk about identifying your brand customer avatar, because that's so important. We want to talk about custom audiences, audience insights. We want to talk about these retargeting pixels, and then understanding your insights panel on your fan page. Really important, stuff that we got going here. I want to make sure that everybody understands as I wrap this up. I don't know what's on that next one. It's just our slides. Let me see if I can get out of here. I don't even know how.
Stop sharing.
Oh. I just want to make sure that, everybody understands the, let's see, there we are.
Hey, what the?
That everybody really, I'm going to have to share the screen again, I think, or Brian will share it. I want to make sure everybody understands that those 3 ads are what keep our business going. The likes ad, we are constantly building our fan base. People I know, the big question is going to be, how much do you spend a day? We probably spend $100 a day on likes, okay? Now, a lot of you might be saying, I don't want to spend $100 a day on likes. That's fine, but that's where we've been able to take our business to, all right? We did not start out that way. I told you we started out with $1 a day, so don't feel bad if you're looking at us going, well, I can't get their results. They're spending $100 a day on likes. But the thing is we understand the value of our likes now. And the more likes you can get to your fan page, the more relationships you can build with those people. They can get to know you, they can get to liking you, trusting you, and then you're going to be able to bring them into your offers, your opportunity, your webinars, whatever it is you're promoting. It's so important to build that relationship with your about that. Wrap this up. That Bill, went over if you're going to create content with videos, you went through that 3-step process. If you're going to create content in the form of images or blog posts and stuff, always run a page post engagement ad, because that way you're going to be able to get your fans engaged in with your content, with your brand. And I promise you, an engaged audience is going to be a curious audience. They're going to end up wanting to click on your About Me section. They're going to want to go out and find out if you have a blog. They're going to want to see if you're over on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. They're going to be curious, and that's where the beauty of it, that's where the money starts coming in, is they reach out to you and they want to know more about you, but always don't lead with your wallet. I think that's one of the biggest things that we have done early on. You don't want to lead with your wallet. You want to truly, genuinely, be genuine. You want to help people. And that's what I hope that we're conveying to you guys, is we want to help you. We want to help you build your business on Facebook, doing it the way that we have. And that's why we shared these things with you, and we shared these ads with you, because we want you to see the transparency behind, here's what we are actually doing. And so that's why page post engagement ads, as I loop back around, are important. And then always, again, focus on building your list. And that's where those website conversion ads come in. Those are really the 3 ads that we always have running in our business. We rotate offers through that. It's not always the same offer, a Facebook cheat sheet. Yes, it's congruent with our brand. It makes sense. We're not out there offering how to skydive and land on both feet, because we don't know how to do that. It was very random. Because that's not our brand.
Offer for next week.
Yeah, that's not our brand, if that makes sense. Our audience is going to be interested in that. They're there because we brought them there, because we want to inspire them, and we brought them there because they want to learn Facebook, so we're going to keep giving them stuff on Facebook. All right?
And we'll dive into this and more next week. But I think...
I'm done going. Brian, are you still there?